I'm Papadakis, driver of the number 151 Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra here in Formula Drift. So this is the 7th round of the Formula Drift Championship, and we're sitting second in points. We're here in Utah for the very first time. The season started off pretty well. We got a 4th place in Long Beach after I put our opponent Matt Field in the wall. That was not ideal. We got back on track in Atlanta with a win. Couple solid finishes following that, then a little bit of a slump. I got into my teammate Ryan Turk before I drove myself off the track, or into the wall, I should say, in Seattle. So we're definitely looking for a little bit of a revenge here in Utah, and we want to get back on the horse and put down a good result here.
Hey, I'm Ryan Turk, professional Formula Drift driver for the Papadakis Racing team. Season for me has had its ups and downs. We started the year with a win, which was phenomenal out in Long Beach, and then we had a couple mechanical failures and a big crash in New Jersey, so we've been up and down. Finished strong in St. Louis, and in a pretty good finish in Seattle, so we're sitting 3rd in the championship right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Jonathan Castro. I'm a professional drifter from the Dominican Republic. So far the season is being ups and downs. Is definitely, for example, as soon as we came to the first round, we was Long Beach, we're doing great. We lost that battle on the technical side of things, but we won a lot. It felt great. It was a highlight of the season. It was an amazing battle, door to door. This round we just qualified P3 and we're ready for battle. The car feels great, I feel great. You guys, I'm sure you're enjoying what you're watching, so.
I'm Stefan Papadakis. I'm owner and manager of the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota Drift program. So overall, it's doing well. We run 2 main cars here, Frederick Osbo in the GR Supra, and then Ryan Turek in the Toyota Corolla. And currently Frederick is in 2nd in points, so we're having a great season so far and really close to potentially winning that championship. I've always been in the cars, even from RC cars before I had a driver's license, later on into drag racing, and then learned about the drifting competitions and ended up building a car for myself, an old Nissan 240 SX. Had a lot of fun with that, and then kind of evolved with the whole series. As the series got larger and started doing more events, we started building more elaborate builds and ended up working with Toyota now, and we build these really crazy 1,000 horsepower drift cars.
So drifting differs from traditional racing in the sense that it's judged. We're at the mercy of 3 judges that are scrutinizing our moves out there on track, and it falls in line with what you'd see in skateboarding, surfing, some of the other action sports, and I think that speaks to kids and the up-and-coming generations. That's why drifting's grown so big, and at the same time we pull a lot of inspiration from rally and sprint cars and ovals and NASCAR. So it's this interesting mix of traditional racing meets modern day action sport.
I am absolutely stoked that Formula Drift came here to the Utah Motorsports campus. I've only been to Utah once previously, and it's always phenomenal being able to come to places that you don't see very often or get to very often.
The fact that the Formula Drift decided to come to Utah is a big statement. What they're looking for. What they're looking for is just something new, try a different venue, show the drifting to a different people, and definitely this track is beautiful.
So I've actually been out here a couple other times at the Utah Motorsports campus. Once with the NASA Nationals road racing, and then again with the Lucas Off-Road Short Course Series, which was a lot of fun. And this is our first time with the drift cars. And it's an excellent track where it's a world-class road racing track. And to have these high horsepower cars drifting on such a beautiful track, it's really fun to watch, but it's really fun to set up the cars, and it's really fun for the drivers as well.
I've driven for this team for 11 seasons now, and I'm starting to know him pretty well. Steph, the team owner, is awesome. He gives me freedom to play around on track. At the same time, we have a high level of expectations, for ourselves and for the team. And the rest of the boys are amazing. They keep spirits high within the team, and we're a tight unit over here.
Our team gets along awesome. Freddie is absolutely awesome teammate. We exchange the proper amount of data from on-track stuff and kind of what you're feeling out there, and we're definitely really good teammates to each other when it counts, for sure.
Papadakis team for me is being the focus of my career. As soon as I start drifting, I see those guys working, how good they are, how amazing team they are, amazing builds. My teammates, I'll say, they are great guys. Ryan, which I'll say first, is a guy that I didn't know much. I always respect him as a driver, as a person, but now as a friend that I know him and respect me more, and as a great human being, he's a great person. And for Freddie is like my hermano. So we know each other since I started driving. We've been friends for like a long time, and I can call him my brother, like literally, figuratively.
All the guys here at Papadakis Racing are very experienced in motorsport and wear many hats, everything from fabrication to tuning the car, and are just really good mechanics as well. So we pride ourselves on being a well-rounded team that not only understands how to run the cars on the track, but also build them as well at our shop.
There's something about being in control of a car that's out of control that's so hard to describe, yet so fascinating. I think that's why I fell in love with the sport initially. We're doing something that you shouldn't really be doing. We're doing everything they tell you in driving school not to do. It's just wild and obnoxious, but I love that rebellious part of the sport, and it's a big part of my DNA.
It's definitely a very unique way to drive a car, especially on a track at speed, and it's just, you know, it puts a smile on my face every time. It's an adrenaline rush all the way through, and if you're a passenger, it feels exactly like a roller coaster ride, like losing your stomach. So it's exciting.
I do love about drift racing is the camaraderie. When we're at the start line is where we're enemies. Off the track, we're all friends. We share parts, we share love, we share what we do. So drifting is a family.
What I love about the drift competitions is the rule book is really thin, so we can do a lot of changes to these vehicles and different engines and stuff like that. It's very diverse, the type of cars that are here. So that's really fun to see all the different types of cars. In addition to that, it's a new type of motorsport to where there really isn't like a best practices in how they've been building these cars for years. So we're able to trailblaze a bit of a design and fabrication and even for the drivers, a way of driving these cars that is unlike motorsports in the past. If you're interested in following along, just go to Google or some search engine, look for Papadakis Racing, and our YouTube is Papadakis Racing.